Hi friends, welcome to Testing Tutorials Point, and today we are going to discussing about types of XPath. Basically, there are two types of XPath that are presented in Selenium. That is absolute and relative XPath. Absolute is nothing but this is a direct way to find a web element, and is basically to start from root top to and down where we want to find a web element. Here is a small disadvantage like in case the developer is going to initiate any web element in the middle, then our XPath will be fail. The position of the web element, if they are going to change, then our XPath will be fail. Then again we need to find and again we need to provide. Then only that XPath will be work. And this XPath creation time we are going to use a single forward slash. The root node we are going to start for single node, single forward slash. How means? See, this is our entire web page. Here is the root. It is presented. The top of the node is a HTML. Then single and HTML. Then it is highlighted. Then again we are going to use headers. We are not going to use directly. We are going to use a body, body and dev. Again our dev we need to use. Inside the dev there are three devs are presented. Dev 3, then it is highlighted. Again dev 2 means inside the dev there are so many devs, and again second dev we need to click means dev 2, it is highlighted. Inside the dev 2 again dev is presented, correct? Again second dev we need to provide dev 2. Then inside the dev we have form. Then inside the form we have inputs or dev it is presented. Then again dev we need to give dev. Dev is highlighted, second one. And inside the dev there is a input. This way we need to find every time XPath. In case if they are adding one more dev, again our XPath will be fail. And we need to check a top to root of the node to down where we want to find a web element. And we need to check the all the root, then only we can able to find absolute XPath. Otherwise it will not. And every time it will fail. Means in case if the developer is adding a middle, then only it will fail. And second one is relative XPath. The relative XPath is basically it will start from middle of HTML DOM structure, and we are going to use a double forward slash. And basically whenever you want to search element anywhere on a web page, we can able to use this absolute XPath. Sorry, relative XPath. No need to write a lengthy of absolute XPath. We can able to write relative XPath. Okay, performance wise also this is the very good, means very good means we can able to find easily. How means, see now I'm removing completely and double forward slash input. Then I'm going to provide id equal to txt username. See how easy we can able to find, right? Easily we can able to, it's a simple one. We can able to directly go that particular tag name and we can able to use. In case you don't know tag name but you don't you know that that web element locator, then you can able to use star symbol. You can able to find that easily. Nothing worry about anything. We can able to, if you don't know tag name, we can able to give the star symbol. Then if you know that id value or name value, that particular web element locator name, then we can able to easily find it. Like this we can able to do. And here is a small 3 points of difference between that absolute and relative. Because absolute is nothing but we need to start from root directory and the starting position of html. And relative locators is it will start from middle of the DOM html DOM. And absolute is basically to complete the path, we need to provide the root element to distinct element, like a starting position to starting of that one, and we need to start the root directory where we want to find a web element. And relative is a middle, we can able to find it is a performance wise also it is a good. And absolute xpath we are going to use a single forward slash, and relative xpath we are going to use double forward slash. That's all about this video. If you like my video, please like my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.